Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at YOLO. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.yolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Hi there, kids. Welcome back. I hope you had a look at the submission video and it made sense to you on how to go ahead and make the submissions. So I have something really exciting to announce to you that now we have a certificate program that has come about. So there are very, very few simple steps for you to go ahead and be part of the certificate program and receive a certificate. So step number one is going to be to attend all of the classes. Step number two is going to be making submissions for each of the classes. And there you have it. That's it. Two simple steps and you get a beautiful and wonderful certificate. Now, adding to that, I don't want to leave it just as that. So adding to that, the extra surprise that I have for you is that if you go ahead and are part of that top 10, then you're going to get personalized feedback from me. So you have to go ahead and do your work beautifully, make a submission, and you'll get personalized feedback from me, wherein I go ahead and give you pointers and feedback and everything that you can improve on, or things that you have done wonderfully and I absolutely loved seeing about you. Yeah. So I hope you attend all of your classes and do want to take part of this certificate program. So let's get started with today's class. Today is our second class of the course of festive drawing. So let me introduce you to first what the purpose of this course is. So the purpose of this course, which is a four-part, course, is basically for you to go ahead and learn how to do simple and beautiful festival illustrations. So wherein a lot of the times you want to go ahead and take human beings as part of it. Other times you want to go ahead and take elements of the festival itself, and we want to depict it in some way. And art and drawing is like the best possible way to go ahead and do the same, isn't it? So in this course, my purpose basically is for you to go ahead and learn how to draw what we are imagining, to go ahead and learn how to draw what we are seeing around us in every festival. So that is going to be our main focus for this course. So in this class, we're going to be focusing mainly on the concept of Diwali. So all of us know that Diwali comes around October, November time, and it is a very, very exciting time for all of us, to go ahead and celebrate. So let's go ahead and start with our Diwali drawing today. We're going to go ahead and first discuss the list of materials. Then we're going to go ahead and, start off with the drawing, and then I'm going to guide you on how to go ahead and do your submissions. So in the last class, I was explaining to you how the submission process for this class is going to be a little different from my end, which is that you will be basically going ahead and drawing in the class with me. But after that, you're going to be going ahead and outlining and coloring as part of your homework and then making your submissions, right? So this class is going to focus on drawing, but I obviously wanted to make it fun. I didn't want to leave you sort of like hanging wherein you just learn how to draw. I did want to make it fun for you. So the fun element is something that I want you to do on your own. But don't worry if you aren't really good at coloring, aren't really good at outlining. I will be guiding you right at the end with that, and then you can go ahead and proceed and make your submissions, because I know all of you are going to, compete really, really hard to be as part of that top 10, right? Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing that you need obviously is going to be a sheet of paper. Here I have my drawing book sheet of paper. So this is 100 to 120 GSM sheet of paper. It's a sketchbook. If you have a drawing book like this or a sketchbook like this, you can definitely go ahead and use a sketchbook like this. If you do not have a drawing or sketchbook like this, that is completely fine. You can go ahead and take a unruled sheet of paper or an A4 size sheet of paper. Those two would work absolutely well as well. The next thing that you need for today's class is going to be a pencil, because mainly we're going to be focusing on drawing. So grab a pencil that is nice and dark, because you don't want it to be very, very light, and you don't want it to be like unneat and stuff, right? So you want it to be really, really neat. So sharpen that pencil and have that ready. The third thing that you will need for this class is going to be a sketch pen. Now, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be going ahead and outlining at the end, and then you're going to go ahead and make your submission. So this is going to be mainly for that, your outlining bit, which is your homework bit. The next thing that we are going to be using are some colors. So here I'm going to be showing you some colored pencils. So these are all the colored pencils I have. So in this, I'm going to basically give you an option. So like I told you earlier, the class is going to be mainly about drawing, wherein we're going to go ahead and draw. But as part of our submission and our homework, we're going to be going ahead and doing outlining and coloring. Now, when it comes to the outlining and coloring, I want you to be as creative as possible. So if you feel like you don't want one colored sketch pen and you want to take a variety of sketch pens and you want to go ahead and color it different colors, that's completely up to you. I would love for you to go ahead and get creative. That's point number one. Point number two, when it comes to the colors, here I have color pencils, and I'm going to be using color pencils for coloring in my artwork. But there is no hard and fast rule when it comes to what colors you want to go ahead and use. If you want to go ahead and use crayons, you want to use color pencils like I am, you want to use soft pastels, oil pastels, you want to go ahead and use paint, that is also completely all right, as long as you fill it in with color. So any color choice that you have or colors you have at home, go ahead and grab that you want to go ahead and use. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started with the drawing. So for this drawing, what we're going to be doing is, like I mentioned earlier, it's going to be a Diwali depiction. So the Diwali depiction is basically going to be a girl with a diya, and she's basically decorating diyas around her, and it's going to be lit up like Diwali. So the representation that I wanted to create today with you guys was mainly about a girl with a diya creating a rangoli, or some decorations around her. So that's going to be our main focus. So we're going to be starting with the center of the page. Like you can see, I'm pointing out center of the page. We're going to be starting with the girl. The first step is going to be to go ahead and draw a curve. So you can see I've gone ahead and done a simple curve like this. That's going to be step number one. Step number two is going to be basically drawing her hairline. So for her hairline, what I've gone ahead and done is I've drawn a curve like this, and then I've drawn a curve like this. So that is step number two. Step number three is basically going ahead and filling in all of the things in her face. So I've gone ahead and done two curves for the eyes, one simple dash for the nose, and a simple smiley for her mouth. So I'm just going to wait here just in case, anywhere you have messed up and you haven't got it right, you can go ahead and correct it out right away. No problem. I'm just going to wait for you. So this is where you should be at. Well done. I think everybody's done a good job. Good job. Everybody's doing a wonderful job. I'm very happy. Okay, let's continue. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to draw the ears. So I'm going to do two curves like so. And for the hair, I'm going to start from one ear and go all the way to the other ear. This is a very important step because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a braid for her on one side. So she's going to be wearing like a sari and then she's going to have a braid on one side. So the top hairdo is mainly for the braid to come up. So from one end of the ear to the other end of the ear, I want you to go ahead and do the curve. So that was the next step. Once you're done with this, we can go ahead and draw the neck. Oh, I completely forgot. Before that, we'll go ahead and add in some beautiful earrings. So now the neck, two lines and a curve, that's going to be her neck. So make sure you have come to this point wherein you have her hairline, you have her hair, ears, earrings and neck. Perfect. Everybody's done a wonderful job. Now two curves on the side for the shoulders. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to have her turning because we're going to basically have her putting a diya down. So that's why her neck, like her shoulders are not going to be very long. They're going to be short. So that's why you can see I've done short two dashes. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw her hand, so her sleeve. So you can see for the sleeve what I went ahead and did, I did a curve and then a straight line. So that was the next step. Well done. Everybody's is looking great. And then her hand. Now for her hand, we're going to be having her hand stretched out like this. So for the same, what I have done is I've drawn two lines coming out like so. So that's going to be this part of the arm, two lines coming out. Now we're going to do the other two lines joining to that. That's it, very simple. Other two lines coming out. Perfect. And now we're going to draw her hand. So for her hand, just a simple oval. That's it. So you should have come to this step. If you've made any mistake anywhere, I'm just going to wait for a second. Go ahead and correct out if you have made any mistakes. Okay, I think everybody's doing a good job. No issues with anybody at all. Yep. Yes. I think everybody's doing a wonderful job. Great. So now let's move on to her next hand and body. So for her next hand and body, I've gone ahead and drawn a curve like so, just on one side. So we're going to be basically drawing the sari bit of it and then we'll go ahead and add in the hand part of it. So you can see I've done the curve on this side, then the curve coming down. So here what I've done is I want her to be sitting. So I've gone ahead from the hand which is there, gone straight down and done a curve. So make sure you get this shape right. I'm going to wait for you just in case you've made a mistake and you need to fix it. Go ahead and do so right away. Okay, looking good. Everybody's done a good job. And then again, one more small dash like so. And now we're going to do her folded legs. So just watch this carefully as to how I do it. So what I have basically done is I've taken the curve from right under her hand. You can see her hand is placed. Her hand is placed on her thighs and gone ahead and done a curve like so. Perfect. Now we're extending that, drawing a straight line and drawing her foot. That's it. So you can see how simple and easy that was. Again, I'm going to wait for a second just in case any of you have made any mistakes and you feel like you have to go ahead and correct it out. No problem. Let's see you correct that out. So curve and then you have to go ahead and add the leg in. Perfect. I think everybody's doing a good job. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to replay this part a bit once again so that if you have made a mistake, you can do it right. So So you can see very simple how it is. I'm doing the whole steps. I'm taking it step by step each line, and then only I'm drawing it. Perfect. So how easy and simple was that? So you all should be at this stage. Good job. Very well done, everybody. So let's continue. So now what we're going to do is we're going to draw her other hand. So for her other hand, like in the front, how we did the hand, we did two lines coming out. The same way we're drawing the two lines. Now in this part, this time we're not going to be drawing this part because that's going to be hidden, but only going to be drawing this part of the arm. But now she's going to be holding a diya. So we're going to draw the diya first. So you can see I'm drawing an oval. After I draw the oval, I'm going to draw the bottom part of the diya like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw the flame of the diya. Perfect. So now when you look at it, doesn't it look like she's holding a diya? So all we did was we drew two straight lines coming in and then we drew the simple diya. Perfect. I think everybody's done a good job. Well done, everybody. Perfect. Now let's move on to her hair. So for her hair, what I'm doing is I'm going to be basically just drawing simple curves coming around everywhere, and right at the end almost like a triangle. So you can see curve and simple triangle right at the end. So doesn't it look like she has a long beautiful braid? Yes, it does. So let me just show you that part once again. So curve curve and triangle. That's it. Very simple. So your girl should be somewhere here. Perfect. I think everybody's done a wonderful job. So now to complete up her sari, what I've done is I've drawn the pallu part of it coming right here. So you can see I've drawn two lines coming like so. And then I'm going to continue those two lines at the bottom. One, two. That's it. Perfect. And then I'm adding like a border right at the end by drawing one simple line like so. Done. So this is your girl completely finished and so super easy to go ahead and draw. Now the next thing that we're going to basically go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and draw a lot more diyas all around. Now the steps of drawing the diya is pretty similar to what we did earlier. Everywhere I'm first going to draw an oval on top, then a curve at the bottom, and then a diya. Now the number of diyas that you want to place around is completely up to you. I'm not going to force you to do like as many diyas as I am, and how many and where you want to place them again is completely up to you. What I have done is I've basically gone ahead and just randomly drawn diyas all around her. So your drawing should look something like this, wherein you've gone ahead and drawn diyas all around her. So I'm just going to wait for a second again so that you can have a look at how the picture is looking. And what I want you to mainly do is I want you to keep it at the bottom portion. So you can see here, I want you to keep it at the bottom portion. Don't try to take it on top, because on top we're going to go ahead and draw further decorations. So right at the bottom, try to keep it only over there. So if you have any confusions, one is I feel you might have a little bit of confusion on how to draw the diya. So have a look over here as to how. So you can see just a simple oval, curve, and on top the flame. So one more time, circle, curve, and top the flame. So in the same manner, how many ever diyas you like. So you can see super easy, super simple. What a wonderful and beautiful decoration it's looking like. Perfect. So everybody should be here at this step, and I think everybody has finished. Yes, everybody has finished. I think everybody's done an excellent job. Very happy. Great. So now since everybody is finished, we can move on to the next step. The next step, what we're going to do is we're going to divide the sheet into two parts. So right behind her, I'm going to go ahead and draw a line, which makes it look like there is a ground that she's sitting on, and then there's a sky. And in the sky, we're going to go ahead and do a certain number of decorations. So first, let's add in that line behind her. Now for this line, if you feel like no, my hands are shaking and there won't be a straight line that comes in, that's completely okay. Grab a scale at this point of time and draw that line. If you feel no, I can draw it freehand, go ahead and draw it freehand. I would happily have you do it with a freehand, because ground also is not normally straight, right? Because she'll be in the field going ahead and lighting diyas. It's not always that the ground is straight. Maybe the mud is a little curvy, the grass is a little curvy, so it's completely okay to have a little bit of a slanting line. So that's the next thing. After which we're going to go ahead and draw a bunch of curves on top. So you can see I'm just basically going ahead and drawing a few curves here and there. So 1, 2 and 3, that is what I have gone and done next. So this is basically going to be for the decorations in the sky. I'm mainly going to go ahead and draw lots of lights. You know, have you seen those fairy lights that you put for Diwali and all of that? That's what my main focus for this drawing is. So that's why I've drawn ahead and drawn the strings of it. Now, depending on you, you can go ahead and add in as many or as little strings that you want to add in. And now to the strings, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw lines coming out in which the circles are going to be there where the light is going to be there. So you can see the circles. Perfect. So that's it. You can see the circles. So this is how your drawing should be looking right now. Again, if you are lacking behind, or you know, I've gone ahead a little too fast, don't worry, I'm waiting for you. Go ahead and add in the decorations right away, so you can see how full and beautiful the picture is looking. I want you to make sure of one thing, that you don't have random gaps sitting anywhere. So what I want you to do is, if you feel like no, there are too many gaps, certain spots just look completely empty, go ahead and fill it up right away, no problem about that. All right, so once you're done with this, I want to go ahead and make it look like the lights are shining. So I'm going to go ahead and draw lines coming out from each of those bulbs. So then what it'll look like is as if it's shining and it's all lit up. So really simply going ahead and drawing few of those curves. Look at how simple and easy that was. Perfect. That's it. So this is basically our drawing complete. Again, I am not going to move ahead right now. I'm going to wait for a second. If you feel like anywhere you have, you know, not done something, something is missing, something is wrong, go ahead and correct it up right now. Because like I mentioned, after this, I'm just going to be showing you the completed outline and the completed colored pictures. So if you've made any mistake, go ahead and correct it out right now, because now we're going to go ahead and move on to your homework bit. Okay, I think everybody's drawing is looking beautiful and looking very nice, and I am so happy about that. Great. So just again, make sure if you have any spaces that look empty, any spots that you feel like no, here I could maybe add another diya, or I could go ahead and add another light, or I can go ahead and, you know, join something somewhere to make it look complete, go ahead and do so. No problem about that at all. Great. Everybody's done a wonderful job. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you how it's going to look when I go ahead and outline the whole thing. So like I mentioned earlier, I'm just going to be using a black sketch pen to outline, but it's up to you completely on what colored sketch pen that you want to go ahead and use. So this is how my picture looks when it's completely outlined with black. If you feel like no, I wanted to go ahead and do specific colors, for example, you want to do the lights yellow color and so on, that's completely okay. You can definitely go ahead and do so. I wanted to just outline it completely black. After this, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be using color pencils. So using my color pencils, I've gone ahead and filled in all of my picture with colors. So you can have a look at how my picture looks with color. So let me just describe the picture to you a little bit. So like I mentioned earlier, I have gone ahead and used color pencils. You can go ahead and use any colors, and you can go ahead and color it the way you want to color it. But if you don't know how to color it at all, and you're a little confused on how it's supposed to look versus how it's not supposed to look, I'm going to guide you. So first thing, for the hair, which is for the girl, for the hair, I'm going to expect you to go ahead and use any nice dark color. So if you want to go ahead and use black, brown, you know, any of those colors would look good. For the body, I've gone ahead and used peach. If you don't want to use peach and you want it to look more like my skin tone, then you can go ahead and use brown lightly, and it will give you a beautiful color for the skin. After that, for the blouse, I've gone ahead and done, you know, orange color. If you want to go ahead and do another color, that's completely up to you. Then for the sari, I've gone ahead and done red. Again, if you want to change it up again, completely up to you. For the diyas, I've gone ahead and taken three colors, which is green, two are green color, two are red color, and two are blue color. So those are the color combinations that I have used. And for the flames, I've used yellow. If you feel you want to go ahead and use any other combination, that's completely fine and completely up to you. Now, when it comes to the sky and decorations, each of the bulbs I've gone ahead and done yellow. And then you can see I have gone ahead and done two different colors for the sky and for the ground. For the sky, what I've done is, since it'll be bright, you know, and there'll be lots of, you know, light in the sky, I've gone ahead and taken orange and done it completely on top. And in the bottom, I wanted to make it look like the ground, so I've gone ahead and taken a little bit of brown and done brown. So that was how I have gone ahead and colored my whole picture. Now if you feel you want to go ahead and color it in any different manner, that is completely up to you. You can change up the colors if you like. So I hope you enjoyed today's class and today's session, and you had a lot of fun drawing this. Now you know what the next step of this class is, right? The next step basically is going to be going ahead, outlining, coloring, and then making the submission, because you want that certificate, right? So like I mentioned earlier, two simple steps to the certificate: attend all of the classes, and B, make all of your submissions, and you will get a certificate. Like I also told you earlier, we're going to be basically giving you specific feedback if you are selected as part of that top 10, and I really want to go ahead and give you feedback. So please, please, please make your submission, get selected as part of that top 10, do a beautiful job, because I want to see your artwork, and I am so 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 excited for it. Yeah, I hope you had a wonderful class, and I hope to see you in the next class, wherein we're going to be doing the third class of this course. So if you go ahead and attend all of the classes, what's going to happen is you're going to learn how to do such beautiful drawings and colorings, right? So the first class we did Holi. Today is the second class where we went ahead and did Diwali. In the third class, we're going to be basically learning how to do Pongal and then Christmas. So I am so excited to go ahead and teach you the same. So come and attend each of those classes, make your submission, and I'm so excited to see that submission. Bye, take care.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at YOLO. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.yolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on share, copy the link, and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_.